this is Haroon Samnani. Today I'm going to talk about John Hancock's Simple Term with Vitality. I'm going to cover three things on this call. First, I'll explain the product. Second, I'll touch on some of the great benefits and rewards that this product has to offer. And third, how to and when to sell this product when you're in the home with the client. I'm happy about three things right now. Our CEO, Sean Mike, is not listening because I get nervous around Sean and then I forget half the stuff I have to say. Second, I'm happy that Andrew Taylor is not interviewing me because he would ask me to start off by telling you guys a funny story. So I'll save my funny story for next time. And third, I'm happy that my wife Ashley isn't around because she says, don't say John Hancock. It sounds dirty. With that said, John Hancock has been around for over 155 years. They always advertise on TV, so most people know them by name. They've created a product called Simple Term with Vitality and is available in all states except Hawaii, New York, and North Dakota. It is geared towards clients between the ages of 20 and 60. 20 through 55 years of age can qualify for 10, 15, or 20-year terms, and ages 55 through 60 can qualify for 10 or 15-year terms. The face amounts can range between $25,000 and $250,000. Most clients can easily get approved for this product, and insulin diabetes is accepted if diagnosed after the age of 40 years of age, whereas most most carriers do not accept clients with insulin diabetes on a term insurance. So that's a great benefit for this product. And one thing about this product is that there is no paper app, only e-application, and clients must have an email address. You will get a decision in 3 minutes after submitting the application, and clients can pay by debit card, credit card, or a bank account and routing number at the time of the application upon approval. Policy will be emailed to them shortly after the approval of the policy, and there is one free rider with this policy, which is a terminal illness rider, which pays 50% of the face amount of the policy upon diagnosis of a terminal illness, where as we know, if the client doctor says that they're not going to live longer than a year, then they can receive that amount. And commissions are paid on Mondays on all policies that are approved on or before Friday. So if you write something on Friday and it's approved, then your commission would be issued and paid on Monday. This product offers tangible living benefits, which I have not seen with any other whole life or term product that offers similar benefits like this product. So it's a very unique product. If you go to jhrewardslife.com, again, the website is jhrewardslife.com. It kind of explains to you in detail everything about different product benefits that this product offers. And when you're sitting down with the clients, it's a great way to cover different rewards with them. Such as some of the rewards include Apple Watch, either Series 3 or Series 4 for only $25 plus tax. And they can also upgrade the watch for a better band and maybe a nicer cover on the watch for an upgrade fee with an additional fee. And they can receive those watches. Now, as long as the client keeps the policy for 24 months, then the watch is theirs, and they do not have to pay for it out of pocket. If they do end up canceling the policy before the 24-month is up, then they are responsible for paying the cost of the watch, which is a great way also to prevent someone from canceling policies. So the clients that do end up receiving receiving all these free gifts, it's a great way to have them keep the policy. The other thing is that they can recommend their friends, family members, and that's the idea behind it. If they're wearing something of value, they're going to talk about it, and they can talk about to other people that they're meeting that I got this for only $25 or a Fitbit for free, and you might get some additional referrals. Now, to use the watch and get the watch, all they would have to do is sign online. Once they get the email, it would have all the instructions with it. They would have to set up the Vitality account and sign the agreement for the watch, and they will mail it to them. Once they get the watch, they would have to download the Vitality app on the Apple Watch, and they can link the app to their account. And then the app starts tracking all their daily activities, and as long as they're working out, they can qualify for a free watch, and they wouldn't have to pay anything. And if they're not working out, they're not taking the steps which are required for certain levels to qualify for a free watch, then they might have to pay a few dollars. It's not much. It ranges anywhere between like $5 a month all the way up to maybe $15-16 a month. So that's for that. Now, if they want something for free, they can get a Fitbit or a discounted Garmin or Polar fitness watch if they don't want the Apple Watch. Now, they can also qualify for up to 15% premium cashback each year for engaging in John Hancock's Vitality Plus program. And John Hancock has 4 levels on this product: bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. So if they're not doing anything, just sitting down eating potato chips on a couch, they're gonna be bronze. So they wouldn't qualify for any discount, but at least they're enjoying life, which is also good. Now, silver would be 5% cash back if they qualify for silver status at the end of the year, and then gold would give them 10% cash back on their premium, and then platinum, if they reach that level, then they would get 15% cash back on their premium at the end of the year. Now, another great benefit that I love is that this product has $600 savings on healthy foods from over 1,600 different grocery stores. And some of the names of these grocery stores, we see them throughout the country, such as Adams, Big Y, BJ's, CVS, Festival, Piggly Wiggly, which is in Wisconsin, Price Choppers, Kmart, Kruger, Shaw's, ShopRite, Stop and Shop, Walmart, and many other common places to buy groceries. They can also get 2 nights of discounted hotel stay per year if they qualify, and that's for their discount is different for different levels that they qualify, and it's for 2 nights through hotels.com. And it's a great benefit if someone travels a lot, or even once or twice a year, they can save money on a hotel each year. They can also get 12 months of subscription to Headspace, which is a meditation app. They can also get 1 year Amazon Prime subscription after qualifying for platinum level for 3 years in a row. And to write this product, all you have to do is go to jhsimpleterm.com, where you can quote different premiums for the client, as well as you can write the app. Now, if you are contracted with John Hancock for this product, as long as you're contracted in the state you're writing in, you do not need to create a username or password. All you have to do is, once you click the button apply on that website, it's gonna bring you to a page where you can enter your social security number and the last name, and it's gonna pull up your agent ID and everything, and you can fill out the application. The decision is made within 3 minutes. If they're approved, they're approved. If they're declined, they're declined. There's no additional underwriting. Where in some companies the underwriters have to manually review the decisions. If they're declined, you cannot change that decision. Now, When I'm selling this product to the client, I always try to write HMS plus 125 or HMS plus 150 by Americo for either 25 or 30 years term first with cashback option. And the reason is because that product has one of the best living benefit riders that I've seen. It's unbeatable, and it's the best product we offer if somebody qualifies. Now, in certain cases I've had where people were on high blood pressure medications and they were approved for this product, and in some cases they were declined for this product. So what I've done is that I had a client of mine, and she was declined because she was on high blood pressure medication a few years back. So I was able to get her approved through Mutual of Omaha with return of premium, and that's something you guys can do. But I've seen that some clients do get approved even with the high blood pressure medications. It just depends on which medication they're on, the dosage that they're on, because there is a heart attack and a stroke rider. So they're a little bit hesitant on those approvals with Americo. So if if all else fails and the client says no to all the products I've shown them, then I use John Hancock as my last option. And it is for these two reasons. First is that if the client is insulin dependent diabetic, and second is they've said no to all other products, then I would use this product because the premiums on this product are the lowest I've seen. So it's going to be cheaper than what you would have already quoted them. And the product only offers a limited term to 10, 15, or even 20 years, whereas I like to write either 25 or 30-year term if possible, because I believe we should give the client the most coverage that they can afford for the longest time possible. And that's better for them personally than to give 15 years or 10 year or even as short as 20-year term. But something is better than nothing. So I would go ahead and I would write this policy, and I would at least show them this option. And to buy any product, the consumers have to have three things. They have to have a desire, a need, and they have to be able to afford it. Now, the folks that we're sitting down with, they already have a desire. Why? Because they have filled out a form and they have mailed it in stating that they're looking for life insurance, or they're looking for mortgage protection insurance, or they've gone to one of our websites and they have put in their personal information, such as their address, name, their date of birth, and phone numbers, and email addresses. So they already have a desire. They know that they want insurance, right? And they have a need as well, because they know that this is something that they need. But sometimes here's what happens. When we are sitting down with the clients, the people that we're sitting with sometimes feel that they don't need it, right? That need kind of gets pushed down to the bottom of the list. So it is our job to create that need as an agent. And some of the ways of doing that is to start off by telling them personal stories. I mean, there are many agents, if you guys have personal stories that you have helped a family where life insurance has truly helped them, then start off with those stories. And there's nothing that can compete with that. Now what I do, I personally, I'm not a big storyteller. So what I do when I'm sitting down with them is that I cheat a little bit. So here's what I do. There's an organization called Life Happens, and they have a website, lifehappens.org. And they also have a YouTube subscription channel, Life Happens, and they make different videos on YouTube which are only 3 to 5 minutes long. And the whole idea behind that organization is that their mission is to educate families to buy life insurance. They do not represent any one particular life insurance company or any life insurance product. All they do is just educate people to buy life insurance. That's all their mission is. So what they have on YouTube is videos on real life stories of people that have gotten life insurance, and life insurance has helped a family in different ways. And those are very emotional stories where one of their loved ones, their family member, passed away, and the family may not have been able to survive or move on if they didn't have that financial protection. So I play one of those videos. They're, like I said, only 3 to 4 minutes long, not even 5 minutes, most of them. So look through those videos. If you like something and you think something, one of those videos one of your clients can relate to, then I would play those videos while you are quoting the policy. Because when I'm quoting the policy, there's a little bit of a silence, because I cannot do two things at once. Like I can't focus on doing something on the computer and at the same time pay attention and talk to a client or somebody else. Whereas some people can multitask. I'm not that guy. So what I do, I play the video on my iPad, and I'll use another computer or my cell phone, and I'll pull up a quote for the client, which takes me a few minutes. So this way there's no silence, because I believe silence kills the sale. So when I'm done with the quote, I go ahead and I show it to them. And then the third thing is if the person can afford it. Now, here's one thing about that. Most people that we sit with, if not all of them, unless if it's a referral, when they're applying for the insurance, when they're filling out the card in the mail or a letter in the mail, or they're going online and requesting information, they already know that there's a cost to it. It's not free. So when we're sitting down with them, they can afford it. And here's how you should look at it. Most clients, when we sit down with, we know what their financial situation is, because they all have some sort of income, whether it's through retirement or social security or whatever the case is, or their work. Most people are working couple. They can afford it, because I ask questions such as how much can you save. So we go through all the inventory sheet and we ask those questions, so we know what their budget is. And I never show a client a product that I know that they cannot afford. And one way to look at it is this: if you think the house you're sitting with, if their electricity bill went up by $100 or $200, do you think they're going to shut down the electricity and live without electricity for the rest of their life? The answer is no, absolutely not. They're going to find a way to pay the electric bill. Why? Because they need electricity. There's a need for it, right? There's a desire and a need. So they're going to find a way to get that. If their rent payment or mortgage payment went up, let's say their property taxes went up by $100 or $200 a month, right? Do you think they're going to sell off the house or let it go in foreclosure and move into a smaller home? The answer is no, right? Because things go up in price all the time. Gas goes up, we spend $100, $200, and then life goes on, we adjust to it. Why? Because these things we needed, and these things we desire in our life. So if something happens, there is an additional expense, we adjust to it when there's a need. So what we need to do is create that need, and the people can afford it. And then there are two things happen. There are two sales in every home, and always remember that there are two sales in every house. Either you are going to sell them on the product that they desire, they need, and they can afford, or they're going to sell you on how they don't desire it, they don't need it, and they can't afford it. And it's up to you what it's going to be. Either you're going to sell them or they're going to sell you. And I would rather be the person that's helping them and selling them on something that's going to benefit them and help them financially. The other thing is, I read a while back, years ago, on a board, and I still remember to this day, and it said that 80% of consumers that buy something major say no 7 times in their life, seven times before they make a decision to say yes and go ahead and purchase. So again, 80% of people that buy something major, make a major purchase, say no 7 times before they say yes. So when I'm with the client, when they say no to me, it doesn't even faze me, because it's like I don't even hear a no. When they give me an objection, an excuse or whatnot, it just comes out one ear and goes out the other, because it takes them yes just once and then the sale is made, right? How long do you think it takes a person to say yes? A second, right? Or even less than a second. Once they say yes, they'll go ahead and get a certain plan, then the sale is made. I mean, they're not going to turn back on it. So they can say no 100 times. Don't believe that. Go for it, because once you create that need and the desire is there, and you can make it fit in their budget, they will go ahead and get it, okay? And let's say the clients, and here's how I sell this policy. So if the clients have told me no to all other products, then I've showed them Americo product, or maybe Mutual of Omaha, or maybe some other company, and they've said no, right? Different options, different premium amounts. Then here's what I would say. I would say, Mary and John, I'm going to run one more product by you. If you say no after hearing me on this, then I won't ask you again. Is that fair? And they're obviously going to say, yeah, absolutely, that's fair. And as long as you have a friendship with the customer, you've built a rapport with them, and I'm always friends with my clients, and they're talking to me like they're my friends, so it's easy. They're not gonna say no, I don't want to hear you anymore. So like, as long as you have a good relationship with them, ask them once again this question, okay? Mary and John, I'm going to run one more product by you. If you say no after hearing me on this, then I won't ask you again. Is that fair? And they will say, yeah, absolutely. Then I'll go ahead and I'll quote John Hancock. And at that time, I would either play one of the videos while I'm quoting it, or I'll play one of their commercials. If you go on the website that I gave you earlier, it was called, I think, jhrewardslife.com. Then on that website, they do have a little commercial about the product, and you can play one of that video to keep them occupied while you're figuring out which option to give them, okay? And then after you've given them, after you've figured out what the quotes, what the premium amounts are and everything, what I do is that I explain to them all of the benefits of the product. So one way of doing that is you can just pull up the website and show them one by one every benefit that the product has to offer in detail, because they need to have in their minds, they have to be able to understand the full value of the product before they can make a decision. So explain to them all the different benefits that the product has to offer, and then ask them, John and Mary, which reward of this product will benefit you the most? And if Mary answers that, the groceries is going to benefit me the most, ask John, what's your favorite reward? And then John will answer that, because now you're not telling them something, but you're selling them something. See, telling is not selling. You can tell. And sometimes people, like when you're just talking for a while, then they may not understand or pay attention to what you have to say. They might start thinking about other things that have nothing to do with what you're trying to say. But if you ask them a question, now their mind goes back to what you're talking about, right? For example, if I ask you, what color is the sky, right? You're immediately going to start thinking about the sky. Oh yeah, sky is blue. Right now it's black, it's nighttime. So we immediately, our mind goes to, whatever the question someone is asking us, because before we answer, we have to think. So if they're thinking about which reward is going to benefit them, they're thinking about using that reward, they're picturing themselves, with a watch, or using the grocery card. Actually, they receive a physical card that they can swipe at the checkout aisle, and that discounts their price at the end on all of the healthy groceries that are considered healthy foods. So it's an easy way of, receiving that reward. So, once you ask a question, they are now thinking about what you asked them to think about. And that's how you sell a product. That's how I sell a product. And then I ask them, okay, Do you believe that the policy will pay for itself from the savings that it will create? And that's a great question. Do you believe the policy will pay for itself from the savings that it will create? And they're either going to say yes or no, but this question, most people would say yes, right? If let's say John says no, I would say this: John, I have a stupid question. I don't want you to get mad at me or anything, but I want to ask you this question. If you save more money by having this policy, then how much does it really cost you? Nothing, right? And then at that point, he would absolutely say yes. So then I would say, okay, great. Then whose policy should I write first? Yours, Mary, or John's? So I've already asked them for the, what do you call, driver's license earlier. I don't want to close every single time with the same phrase, so I can change it up a little bit. So I can ask them, okay, great. Then whose policy should I write first? Yours, Mary, or John's? And then she would say, okay, you can start with mine. Then shake their hand, and then you've just made yourself a sale. You've just got a sale. So I think that's it for today. I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you for listening, and have a good day. Bye-bye.